Why is Elon Musk grifting off the American taxpayers? Well, Elon Musk has built much of his business empire, Tesla, SpaceX, Nutralinks, I think, and something called the Boring Company, while benefiting from substantial governmental subsidies and tax breaks and contracts funded by the U.S. taxpayer. Okay, he's engaging and getting in grifting. I say grifting by taking advantage of these public funds while portraying himself as a self-made entrepreneur. Okay, first of all, he gets government contracts and subsidies, tax credits. Tesla received billions in subsidies and benefit from the federal government and state tax credits for the electric cars, which helped drive his sales, I guess. That SpaceX program, right, and government contracts. SpaceX secured very substantial, lucrative NASA and U.S. military contracts, which are taxpayer funded. Okay, he's grifting off the American taxpayer, and y'all so goofy you don't even know it. While this a company delivers real innovation to SpaceX and whatever, the government is essentially paying Elon Musk, to develop technology he later profits from privately. That's wild. What is it? Public perception and what is it? Manipulating the stocks and whatnot. He's been accused of manipulating markets through tweets and public statements, leveraging government support while promoting an anti-government libertarian stance that doesn't work for the U.S. economy. Corporate welfare and individual responsibility, okay? Musk is often criticized. No, he's often criticized our welfare programs and government intervention in public investments, leading to claims of hypocrisy. He is a hypocrisy advocate. He does it all the time. Supporters of his argue that his companies deliver valuable technological advancements and jobs, justifying the financial support that the American taxpayer is giving him. Okay? I don't understand it. Now, the federal employees are suing Elon Musk, or suing the Treasury, I guess. And they're alleging that DOG thing is gaining illegal entry into an unprecedented access to people's private information. So I don't understand how everybody is okay with this Elon Musk doing what he is doing, okay? Federal employees, they suing because he shouldn't have access to all this. He shouldn't have access to any. I think it's 3 federal employees that are filed a lawsuit against him on Monday. Unions, I get accused, the Treasury Secretary of sharing sensitive information to Elon's that DOG garbage. And they said Elon is doing what he can because the White House is giving him permission. Okay. This is unlawful entry. Nobody wants him to have access to our stuff. Okay. The lawyers, or the lawsuit was filed by the Alliance for Retired Americans. Okay. The American Federation of Government Employees, right? And I think the Service Employees International Union or something to that effect. Said they suing DOGE, suing Elon Musk because they are getting data that they're not supposed to have. These unions or these reps are being represented by lawyers in court. It said federal laws protect sensitive personal information. Let me read it. Federal laws protect personal information and proper disclosure and misuse, including by barring disclosed to individuals who lack a lawful and legitimate need to see our information. In this week's first week of the Treasury Secretary, Defendant Besant, his name is Besant, violated all of these things by giving him access to do that. It's like 5, 6 young kids, 5 or 6. It's 6 of those kids that have access to our stuff. Luke Ferreter, 23. Somebody named Baba, 21. Klinger, 25. Killian, 24. Shaltran, he's 22. And Edward Corsedine. These people have no experience dealing with the nation's finances. They have access to our finances, they have access to our social security numbers, and these people have not been confirmed by Congress, and I thought that was what was supposed to be done. These things were supposed to be confirmed by Congress, okay? I don't know what's going on. They said the lawsuit said Musk and the DOJ people have sought access to the Federal Bureau of Fiscal Services records for some time, but have been rebuffed by the employees then in charge of the Bureau. Okay? The Bureau of the Financial Services is a department within the Treasury that oversees all federal payments and collections. That's Social Security, Medicaid, all of those things. Okay? They came in and put federal employees on leave and gave DOJ staffers full access to the Bureau's data and computer. The scale of the intrusion into people's privacy is massive and unprecedented. People who have to share their information with the federal government should not be forced to share information with Elon Musk or his DOJ. If federal law says they do not have to, that's why these lawsuits are going into place. Okay? That's why they're going into place. Donald Trump, on the other hand, told reporters that Musk was given access to the Treasury so that he could identify wasteful government spending. That's not how it works. That's not how that works. You just can't let anybody into our coffers, into our behind the inner workings just to get out waste. They have to be appointed by the Congress. They have to be appointed by Schumer and all of those people. They and what's his name? The House and the Senate. They have to be appointed by them in order for this to occur. But he has access only to letting people go that he thinks are no good if he feels like it. If they agree with him, they get to stay. If they don't agree with him, they don't get to stay. He can't sign no executive order allowing Elon Musk into the Treasury Department. Elon can't do and won't do anything without Trump's approval. And he said, we're going to give him approval regardless. But you can't do that. Okay? You can't do that. And the whole point is they're not responding. You got 6 kids going into the Treasury Department looking through everybody's things. Okay? No, this has never happened before. Okay? 6 kids. What's those kids' name? It's 6 of them. Ferder, Baba, Klieger, Killian, Chatran, and Cortison. And 19-year-old all the way up to 24-year-olds. 19-year-olds to 24-year-olds. It's 6 of them that Elon Musk sent to the Treasury Department to get waste and fraud out of our government. How does anybody think that that is okay? How does anyone think that that is legal? Okay? It's not legal. That's the whole point. And everybody is just saying, oh, that's Trump. Trump is doing what he wants to do. That's not how that goes. That's not how that's supposed to go. Okay? Saying, well, we might be able to cut $2 trillion in government spending. The federal government spent $6.75 trillion in 2024 fiscal year. So they want to cut $2 trillion out. And don't be believing that stuff that they be saying on the internet. Oh, they paying for a toilet and the toilet is $5,000. That's not true. Please hit the like button when you come in and visit. Please hit the like button. That's all we need you to do is hit the like button. Nobody's asking for money. Nobody's asking for any of those things. Just hit the like button, okay? But in January, this January, Musk said, oh, maybe we don't need maybe $2 trillion is a lot, okay? Saying that maybe if we reduce that $2 trillion that he's looking to cut from the Treasury Department, it's the best case scenario is the $2 trillion, okay? But they got a good shot of saving at least $1 trillion, okay? Nobody's saying anything is wrong with that, except you have to get a federal mandate. You have to get Congress to approve you going in there. You just can't go in there and do what you want to do. How does that sound? The person that paid for the election for Trump, the person that paid for the social media to be swayed towards Trump, how does that make sense for that person to be involved with getting wasteful spending out of the government? Okay, that makes no sense. Because you're a biased reporter. It'd be a different story if you had an independent contractor come in and say, hey, I want to look at the books and I want to take out any kind of extra money that we're using. That'd be a different story. But Elon Musk is not impartial. He's not impartial. Okay? And you just can't cut things because you don't see the good that it's doing. You can't just cut things. Elon Musk has no idea how the federal government works. He's not even from the United States. He's from Africa. How are you having other people who are not even involved with this country, who wasn't even raised in this country, trying to run this country, trying to tell us what we need to spend money on and what we don't? And then on top of that, you bring 6 kids in who don't know the back of their ears from a flapjack, coming in and trying to make cuts. Okay? I can understand if you brought independent people in and said, hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and we're going to do this. But that's not what they're doing. You have to have congressional oversight to do these kind of things. And the Republicans are not saying anything about it. See, this is why we didn't want Trump to be elected. This is another reason. Because the Republicans have no spine when it comes to telling Trump no. They don't know how to tell him no. They don't know how to say this is the wrong thing. They don't know how to tell him that he's breaking the Constitution. See, when you have people tell you yes all the time, nothing you say is going to be legitimate for the rest of us, simply because you're doing what you want. You doing what you want and how you want to do it, even if it's illegal. Okay? Sending a stranger in to run our government and cut our wasteful spending is not the way to do it. Because if anybody knows somebody named, how would the Republicans feel if we sent George Soros in to do the wasteful spending cutting? Send him in and he gets to do the cutting. He gets to decide what we cut. They would be up in arms. We'd have a fit. They would have a fit if that person said he wanted to come in and get rid of our wasteful spending. This is how we feel about Elon Musk, because we know he's not qualified. He needs to go back to where he's at. He needs to go back into the shadows and run his businesses. Okay. This man gets his business empire from government subsidies, tax breaks, and contracts funded by us. We pay for Elon Musk already. How is it that we already fund his business and we're letting him take over the business and find wasteful spending in the business? What if he decided that his stuff was wasteful spending and they were going to cut out whatever he got, whatever monies he was getting? Or no, what if he decided he was going to cut out his bill to the American people? He could cut out his bill to American people. Tesla received billions and benefited subsidies from federal and tax credits for the electric vehicles and all of that. SpaceX, whatever the hell SpaceX is, got NASA, U.S. military contracts. These are all American funded. Okay, so how does that make him an impartial judge when it comes to taking care of the United States and being able to run into doing contracts, run into our government and say, hey, we want him to run everything. We want him to be in charge of all of that. We don't want this person to be in charge of our stuff, okay? We don't want him to be in charge of our stuff. But yet and still, we have all of these people signing off on President Musk, okay? And then you got Elon's one of his employees resigning because he did some racist post. I'm like, what the heck is going on? None of these people have been vetted. Okay, it says a staffer connected to Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, on Thursday resigned after now deleted racist social media posts resurfaced. He was a 25-year-old software engineer, right? Working inside the Treasury Department to cut costs and root out fraud. He used to work for Elon Musk's company, X and SpaceX, was one of the temporary employee appointees at the Treasury Department connected to DOG. Okay, and he was granted highly sensitive Treasury system and processes worth trillions of dollars over at the Treasury Department. And then this person was over here tweeting all kinds of racist stuff. He said, you could not pay me to marry outside of my ethnicity. He wrote that in September. This employee who got fired from working with Elon Musk, he was in the Treasury Department. So he resigned or he got fired. I'm not sure which. They say fired, but he could have resigned. You never know. Normalize India hate was a separate post that he wrote. He said, just for the record, I was racist before it was cool. This is what this young man did. See, here's the thing. You're supposed to be neutral and impartial when you work for the government, when you do these kind of things. Okay? This is what is supposed to happen. And yet he brought this person on. But then again, Elon Musk is from Africa. Okay? He's an African, one of those white Africans who think they're superior to the regular dark-skinned Africans. Okay? And that's the whole point. The whole point is you have all of these individuals who are not qualified running the government. In July of last year, he posted he posted, I just want a eugenic immigration policy. Is that too much to ask? All white policy. Okay? All of those things have been deleted, but the whole point was, why didn't they vet him before he came to work for Elon and work for the American government? Okay? That's the whole point. You have these goofy people working for Elon Musk, and ain't nothing wrong with it. Maybe Elon is a smart man, okay? Maybe he was a smart man. But the whole point is we can't have these people running through our finances, running through our Treasury Department, and they have no reason to be doing that. Just because you're rich doesn't mean you're smart, doesn't mean you're capable, doesn't mean you're not supposed to be, doesn't mean you're supposed to be running through our finances. Okay? And the fact that he did that weird Heil Hitler thing, that weird chess thing, makes me wary of him anyway. It's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. Because the people got locked out of the Treasury building. The people, long-standing Treasury people, got locked out. Elon Musk's staff has been caught plugging into hard drives inside the Office of Personnel Management, the Treasury Department, and the General Services Administration. His staff encountered resistance when demanding that the Treasury officials grant access to the systems, managing the flow of more than $6 trillion annually to programs like Social Security, Medicaid. Tensions escalated when Musk's, those six little goofy kids, were discovered at OPM accessing systems, including a vast database known as the Enterprise Human Resources Integration, EHRI, which contains sensitive information such as date of birth, Social Security numbers, performance appraisal, home addresses, pay grades, length of service for government employees. His aides locked civil servants out of their computer systems and offices with reports of personal items being searched. This is wild. This is wild. I don't want strangers from foreign countries looking at my stuff. I don't want that. If you've been appointed by the government, that's a different thing. But you don't just say, that's just like Trump coming to my house and saying, hey, HQ, I want you to work for me and I want you to go in and do this, that, and the third. Elon Musk has not been confirmed by Congress. His department was never actually enacted. No one other than Trump has given this man authority. And I say the Democrats and Republicans with a spine, with a mouthpiece, need to step in and stop this garbage. Okay? This is garbage. Okay? This is garbage. And he's an immigrant too. That's amazing. He's an immigrant. Trump's wife was an immigrant. This is amazing to me. Elon Musk is an immigrant. He can't run for president himself. So what did he do? He spent 130 million of his own money to buy the presidency for Donald Trump. And don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted. Every person is on social media, so he did everything he could possibly do with his money to get social media to direct their attention to Trump. Trump, 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 Trump. If y'all don't know that, y'all need to read about the Russian bots and the Russian campaign to get Trump's name in front of all these people, in front of every person. Seeing as how most of y'all goofy and most of y'all don't pay attention unless it's time to vote and nobody knows, they had a big influence on this. They had a big influence on this. Okay? So all I'm saying is Trump is not he has not been elected by presidency. He's not been confirmed by the Congress. So therefore, he shouldn't be in our Treasury Department looking at any of our things, deciding what and when and how we're supposed to do things. So this is my rant about Elon Musk. I will be back with some more details when it comes to what I want to do with this channel. Okay, we're going to talk about some more things. But I'll talk to you